I'm trying to figure this out. Sick of it. For practices, we've had really diligent meetings. I've delivered every type of message you could fathom. It's not just the team. This is all of us. This is me and the coaches included. It's not just the team. How do you start out a game like that? With a quarterback like this?
And so here we go again, back with another one. Welcome to the Dark Times channel. And before I get started, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button for me. And if you're not new to the channel and you enjoy the content so far on this channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And so let's go ahead and get into it. This isn't going to be a very long video, but definitely wanted to take a second to chime in on the game yesterday, and in particular as it pertains to the coaching. Now, Colorado and Deion did get the win, but it wasn't in the fashion that was acceptable to Deion Sanders. And not just Deion Sanders, but a good majority of the players as well. And you can tell that this is a game that Deion Sanders was expecting to dominate on both sides of the ball, especially after losing to two dominant teams. This is a game that Deion Sanders wanted to come in and kind of remind everybody who they were and kind of use this game as a confidence builder for the rest of the team and for the University of Colorado for that matter. But that's not the way it went down. And I didn't get a chance to catch this game when it was on, but I did go back and watch a good majority of the highlights. And as I was watching the highlights, I was scrolling through the comments, and the majority of the people that watched this game all said the same thing. The offensive coordinator needs to go. And like the last game against USC, a lot of people in the comment section were saying that even the announcers were questioning the offensive play calling. Just like the last game at USC. Now, the last game at USC, I did get a chance to check out. And like I said, that was one of the worst time management jobs that I've ever seen. Apparently, according to everybody else, it was a lot more of the same. More running the ball in obvious passing situations. And so that leads me to this question. And I know it might be unpopular because a lot of people don't like to think outside the box. And a lot of people don't like to put that tinfoil hat on. But every once in a while, you got to. And especially when you're dealing with a situation like this, because of the magnitude and the fashion in which Deion Sanders has captivated college football. And not just college football, but on an international level. You got people across the globe talking about what Deion Sanders is doing. And that's a problem. Now, I'm not saying that's a problem for everybody, but most likely it's a problem for the people that have the power to do something about it. That's what I'm trying to get to. And so it's not beyond the realm of imagination to come to the conclusion that there could be those conspiring against Deion Sanders.
Tell me what you've been doing, busy little bee.
Giving a bag to this coach or that coach to make incompetent plays and incompetent decisions during the course of a football game. That's not beyond the realm of imagination. And it would be one thing if it was just poor play calling the wrong plays, making bad decisions. That would be one thing. But you're talking about a level of incompetence that you wouldn't see a high school coach make. I'm not an expert, but this is what a lot of people are saying. I've never heard announcers in multiple games call out decision making of an offensive coordinator like I see them do Colorado. Yeah, here and there they may critique, but it seems like game after game, they're questioning some of the decision making by the offensive coordinator. And so I think people have a right to wonder and to question some of the possible motives behind some of this decision making and play calling. And I could tell that Deion Sanders has probably started to come to some of his own conclusions. I'm sure he has a good relationship with everybody on his staff, but I'm sure in the back of his mind, he can't help but to wonder. Shoot, everybody else is against him. It's not beyond the realm of imagination that they could possibly have an enemy behind the lines. It's something that we've seen before. Hell, we see it in business. We see it within corporate America. We have companies doing this to each other all the time. And so these things happen. Like they say, all is fair in love and war. And every Saturday, these colleges are at war. And so these kind of things happen. And so it's going to be up to Deion Sanders and the people around him, or at least the people that he trusts, to come to some conclusions and make some hard decisions. And hopefully Deion Sanders in Colorado can figure that out sooner than later. But let me know how y'all feel on this one in the comment section, and make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button on your way out. I'll definitely try to be active in the comment section as well. And like I said, this is just a theory. I'm not saying that this is a fact or anything like that, but you can't help but to wonder because of some of the decision making and some of the play calling. And so go ahead and drop a comment if you feel a certain way. And as usual, peace and chaos.